Oxytocin. When humans first joined the Galactic Assembly, their heightened predator traits and excessive survival instincts made the entire galaxy apprehensive. In essence, they were a species of paradoxical extremes. They were soft and squishy, missing a hard outer shell, but they verged on almost impossible to kill. They thrived in stressful environments, but were brought to their knees by stubbed toes. All at once, they were aggressive, passive, loyal, backstabbing, serious, fun-loving, adorable, dangerous, unbelievably smart, and potentially the dumbest creatures to have ever wandered the cosmos. They were more than useful to have as a crew member, and the products they introduced to the galaxy were revolutionary. Over time, humans themselves grew in popular demand around the galaxy. Human hair was known for its tensile strength. Teeth were a desired fashion accessory. See the human tradition using shark teeth. Distilled urine can be used in explosive production, while both underground dopamine and adrenaline markets have caused the largest drug craze in galactic history, and the largest drug crisis, as both have adverse side effects in large doses. Adrenaline/epinephrine itself being poisonous in excessive quantities. The human craze had taken the galaxy. A tide of human products, cinema, and entertainment had fundamentally changed the universe. Numerous medical advancements have sprung into place simply from studying the immune systems of these Class A Deathworlders. Not to mention the surprising discovery of human hormone release through contact, which is a known treatment for depressive symptoms in Class Alpha Lotus species. This discovery was both revolutionary and complicated. The human pituitary gland is deep within the brain, and hormone extraction is both difficult, inadvisable, and unethical. However, from our understanding, we learned that the human brain released this hormone, called oxytocin, through contact with other members of their species, and, as we learned, members of other species from their planet. Steps forward from here were hesitant and exploratory, but the humans seemed surprisingly willing and interested in helping. Their empathy was unfounded and overwhelming. Many who understood the struggles of our most desperate clients enthusiastically agreed to help, saying, "If we can't cure ourselves, we can help cure you." Our first steps were faltering, but the humans were enthusiastic and our patients were desperate. Months of research culminated in the discovery that simple contact with a human for at least 30 minutes a day could reduce depressive symptoms by 65%. In less severe cases, the occasional session with a human was enough. Steps were awkward at first. While humans are known to be a social group, many other species aren't, and facilitating close physical contact like hugging or cuddling was difficult. But results are results, and soon enough, the first official clinic had opened. Humans working there full-time were at first disbelieving and amused, taking to calling themselves cuddle buddies to satiric effect. Following the success of the facility, others had cropped up over the galaxy. Soon enough, independent human agencies were hiring out their own humans on roving ships of freelance cuddlers. The Galactic Assembly eventually put laws into place requiring licensing for such work, but that did not stop the humans. As I understand, humans consider the job a quick and easy cash grab. It is not unknown for members of a human crew to have a professional job, but also possess a cuddle license for quick access to extra, lucrative work. Some humans are employed full-time by ships for just such purposes. The success of such arrangements jumps to 75% once the human is successfully pack-bonded with crew. It should be noted, however, that while humans are often willing and helpful in certain situations, they are very sensitive to being used. It is advised to treat a human with friendship and respect. If a species is known for backstabbing behavior, or has a history of mistreating other species, it is inadvisable to hire a human. Even those who are licensed to cuddle are deadly, and will not hesitate to kill under certain circumstances. It must not be forgotten that humans are an apex predatory species, and still retain some of their baser instincts. Off to the side of the bridge, Krill looked up from that month's subscribed transmission of Galactic Medical Weekly to glance over at Captain Ver, lounging in the captain's chair, shamelessly pursuing a colorful magazine Krill had come to know as a comic book. The human was large, muscular, with front-facing eyes, a mouth full of glittering teeth, and sharp plates of keratin at the ends of his fingers. Krill had trouble picturing the man picking up such work on the side. "Captain?" he asked, catching the human's attention. Captain Ver glanced up from his comic, one eyebrow raised. "Yeah? What's up?" What's up? One of those human phrases again. Krill held up the article. "Have you heard of these cuddle licenses before?" The captain let off a bark of laughter, sharp teeth glittering, predatory eyes twinkling in merry amusement. "Who the hell doesn't?" The rest of the crew, still on the bridge, laughed in unison, and together they reached into their pockets, withdrawing intergalactic passports. Captain Ver held his out for Krill to see, pointing to a small annotation in the far right corner. "Licensed in 53 quadrants." He snapped the passport shut. "In fact, it was my first job after losing my leg in the war to the Drev." He laughed again. "Matter of fact, the first client I worked with was one of the Drev officers. Poor guy kinda lost it after losing the war. Seeing all those humans showing back up missing half their limbs." Krill felt his innards churn.
"Why would you do that? What if he had held a grudge? He could have killed you."
The human gave a shrug. "He was too out of it for grudges, and I felt sort of bad for him. Although, ever tried spooning someone 10 feet tall with 6 arms and an exoskeleton like steel? It isn't easy." The crew laughed. The captain held up a finger. "We are still good friends to this day. The trick is to have absolutely no shame. The career isn't for people worried about embarrassing themselves." A crew member chuckled. "You must have felt right at home then, Captain, seeing as you're fine with showing your face here every day." The captain gave a grin. "Hey, don't knock it. It is an admirable profession, and it earned me enough credits to buy this ship." Krill shook his head in wonderment. The universe must have a sense of humor. No way was it a coincidence that one of the best treatments for melancholic symptoms was to cuddle with an apex predator. Out there in the universe, some cosmic being was laughing. Thank you for watching and making it through to the end of the video. I'm going to try to upload every Friday, so if you like what I have to offer, please consider subscribing. If subscribing isn't your thing, but you'd still like to have access to the videos, feel free to save the playlist to your library. Also, if you would like to support the author of their work, please check their Patreon linked in the description below. Lastly, if you'd like to hear me narrate something else, please leave your requests and suggestions in the comment section. And that's all for now. Have a great week, everyone.